Wilke Theater, Grand Rapids, Michigan. How y'all doing tonight?
Let's introduce ourselves first. I'm Big Baby.
And I'm fucking Matt Sterenberg.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck that, I'm not Matt Sterenberg. This is bullshit. I'm not white.
That's
I wish
me.
I was white though. Because if I was white, I wouldn't get stopped by the police walking through these Grand Rapids.
It's great. You should really try it sometime. Actually, this is called 50-50, so what we're doing here is we have half black comics, half white comics, and then one other guy. So I guess it's like 49-49-2 or something. But it's called 50-50, and I'm gonna read you guys the rejected titles for tonight. And I came up with these. They didn't want any of them. Crackers and Chocolate, the LeBrons and the Jameses, Zebra Cone, Kanye West and the people who like his music, and then Michael Jackson. Yeah, that's all I got there.
Shit. I got some. I'm gonna stick with the theme of the show. Who wanna hear a racist joke? Well, fuck y'all too.
Come on, you guys are here for a reason.
Jokes. Okay, so why are black people so good at basketball? Because they can steal, jump, and shoot. Y'all should have laughed at that. We right in the hood, nigga. Y'all getting robbed as soon as y'all go outside.
Pretty good. All right, Big Baby. I don't think they're warmed up yet. So let's do a little warm up here where whatever I say, you guys say yeah. Okay? Sounds good? Okay. All right. We get ready here, and I want you to do it too. So whatever I say, you say yeah. Okay, ready?
And then what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Just say yeah. Just say yeah. All right.
So I gotta agree. So hold on, wait. You expect me to conform to your whiteness by just saying yeah?
Yes, please.
Always trying to hold the nigga down. Ain't that some shit?
Just do it.
I said, just do it, nigga. Some bullshit.
Those
dog.
words never came out of my mouth. All right, here we go. So whatever I say, then afterwards you guys yell yeah. Okay, ready? Here we go. Laughfest.
Yeah.
Comedy.
Yeah.
Wealthy theater.
Yeah.
Racism.
Yeah.
All right, I got some. Hold on. Drugs.
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah.
Sex with gay dude.
Yeah.
That's a shame. Fuck. That's fucked up.
Just trying to gauge the audience at this point.
It's fucked up, yo.
Let's get someone out here. What do you say?
Okay.
All right. First comic, Sarah Jean Anderson. She's nationally touring burlesque performer, host of the weekly amateur cabaret at Diversions, and MC of the upcoming Lady Fest and West Michigan Pride Festival in GR. Ladies and gentlemen, Sarah Jean Anderson.
Woo!
Big Baby was about to say something. What were you about to say? Big Baby, Big Baby, come back.
She's awesome.
Baby, come back.
Say it again.
She's available, and she'll let you hit it for $5.
Says that to everybody, so. Oh my God, you guys, hi. Hello, it's me, Sarah Jean Anderson. I'm so happy to be here at 50-50. I'm 50. 50-50 is my, both my life expectancy and my credit score, so that's great. My background is in burlesque, and this is where we started the show, where we started performing. And so this is the most clothes I've ever worn on this stage. So when you see me, groping myself, that's part of the reason. The other reason is just like, come on. I mean, come on. All right. So I'm representing the diversity of, I'm the one with the vagina. So make some noise for my vagina. I know everybody was like, oh God, there's gonna be so many diverse dick jokes and not so much. There's gonna be, the biggest dick joke is gonna be this vagina joke that I'm about to do, everybody. Who here has a vagina? Make some vagina sounds for me. I heard some dudes in there. I heard some, I have cramps too, it's okay. So, Female comics, at least, they're stereotyped as coming up and doing all these jokes about their vaginas. And so what I've done is I have for you just the big, my fucking magnum opus, if you will. Will you? My opus. Mr. Holland's opus is what I call my vagina. The snapper, or Mr. Holland's opus, or Pookie, or whatever. What I have for you is a poem that I have written called My Vagina. Make some noise for poetry. Everybody's like, this is off to a hilarious start. I'm gonna take off my shoes because I get really excited during this poem. I'm serious. If anybody else wants to take anything else off, just let me know. Take your tampon out, swing it around your head like a helicopter.
Swing around your head like a helicopter. Oh, you motherfucker!
That's what it sounds like when you take it out. I did this poem on tour with Super Happy Fun Time Burlesque, and I did this 30 nights in a row. And tonight I was like, God, what are the words? I can't remember my vagina. So I had to go on YouTube and look up my vagina. And yeah, so here comes everybody. For those of you just joining us, you're fucking late. So it's fine, we'll wait for you. Does this make you uncomfortable? My vagina. Shh, it's poetry. My vagina. I want to dip the fingers of the shadow that is my mere existence into your very hot essence. Hot. Did you hear me fanning? Did you hear the sound? Hot. Like a ramekin of fresh tapioca, if you will. Will you? Say yes. And smear like war paint your sticky stain across each cheekbone, ready for the battlefield of love, because love is a battlefield. And now pat your Benatar, my vagina. Make some noise. Keep it going. I like it to be noisy as fuck, 'cause that's how my vagina is. I want to stand naked, atop the sweet grassy mountain of dirt and fat. Can you hear that? It's called a thunderclap. Make it clap, 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 clap. Dirt and fat, that is the mons pubis of Mother Earth, and hurl praises over the shoulders of the brave, lovely ancestors who came before me. Get it? Well, the pun wasn't intended, so pun neither intended nor recommended. Without whom I would most definitely have no vagina, my vagina. No plump lips like rose hips. No sumptuous sensuosity, no sense of sex, no sexual scent, no juice by the jarful, no mons by the armful. Some ladies, it's fupa. Who here got a fupa? Make some noise for fupa. Fat upper pussy area. Nobody? I'm sure there's no fat girls in the audience anywhere. That makes complete sense. We're in Michigan after all. Everybody's skinny here. What the fuck was the last thing I just said, Aubrey? Fupa. Huh? What is a fat upper pussy area? Oh. I'll show you. I'll tell you about it later. My vagina. Oh, vagina, stay with me. The night is long, and your lips are so wet, like a dog's lips, and so fragrant, like the lips of a dog. Your soapy bush in the shower once a month. I want to gather your lather like Dan Rather gathers news. I want to ravage you savagely like blues ravages clues. My vagina. We're gonna find a paw print. That was improv just now. Ad-lib. My. No, you need to do it louder. We need to do it louder. Come on. My vagina can't hear you. My. That's more like. Is my dad here? I heard my dad in there. Hi, Dad. Got that money I owe you. So I'm gonna do a little bit of this. If anybody was here before the show, you saw me right down here in front saying, when I get nervous, this is what happens to me. Anybody else suffer from this? Yes, it happens. Okay. Like a dog's lips, like the lips of a dog, my vagina. I want to gather your lather. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Give it up for me. This I am failing right now. Just kind of make some noise for me. This is what it looks like. Night is long and your lips are so wet like a dog's lips. And so fragrant like the lips of a dog. My vagina. My vagina is a rainforest, if you will. Will you? Just say yes. A lusty, lushly, musty, lushly, lusty, lust land. A radiant radiance radiating, and slippery vines dangle from my pubis, and damp dew drips and creates a lubus, upon which you can slide, like Peekaboo Street, she's a famous skier, with ease, and wave to the monkeys dangling in the trees. My vagina, and my queef, It's a villager's mighty song, echoing triumphantly through the trunks of the rainforest of my vagina. And the funk of my vagina, is remembrance of last weekend when we were drunk and you came inside and it sunk with a spunk stunk in my vagina, my vagina. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't try to act like you don't. The air inside my vagina is heavy and hot, like the steam rising up off a tuna melt from Subway. Give me your $5 footlong, my vagina. The hair in my vagina is a tangle of dark yarn. We are knitting a toaster cozy while we make love. Aww. The reflection of my vagina on your windshield may cause blindness. I use fineness when you mine this mighty cave. Be brave for, behave for my vagina, my vagina. My vagina is a mighty beast, if you will, a buffalo, like in those fucking Dale Sprickin Associates commercials. Running through a field free and furry, running wild with fury, free of worry. My vagina is a beast whose feast shall not cease. So feed the proud being, or at least throw her a bone, like an erection. So she's okay all alone. We all know it takes two to tango. By tango, I mean screw in the trees with the monkeys, waiting for the bulldozer of love to come and hit you with your bishop. Fire away, my vagina. My vagina. My vagina. My vagina. Thank you.
Give it up one more time for Sarah Jean Anderson. Yeah, what's more weird, if you don't think that was weird, like she stole all of my material there. So if you think, could you imagine me doing it? Okay, you guys, you already met him, the next comic, very funny guy. In 2010, he was a semi-finalist for Funniest Person in Grand Rapids, and he was recently voted most likely to die of high cholesterol, Joseph Big Baby Miles.
I was supposed to let the motherfucking music play until a nigga was ready. All right, now you can cut the shit off. Now you can cut the shit off. What's going on, white people? Let a nigga borrow something. There's a lot of women up in here. Big girls, make some noise. I love big girls, man. I dated a girl so big she opened her legs, her thighs was still touching. We was fucking, I didn't know if I was in it or not. Then this bitch got up and made me some cereal from scratch. I like dating big girls because I always whisper my breakfast menu in their ear while they sleep. She be snoring like, I be like, biscuits. Omelets, bitch. She wake up, I got a taste for biscuits and omelets. It's fucked up, man. I did a lot of crazy shit dating. Funniest fucked up shit I ever did. I was in the club talking to this chick and shit, let me tell y'all what happened. Hold on, let me see. Shit, she was standing at the bar. She had on some brand new 6-inch heels. I thought I was a smooth motherfucker. I'm like, hey baby, how you doing? Can I buy you a drink? She was like, hell no, all I want to do is sweep me off my feet. She got up and walked away. I was like, bitch. Say, DJ, play Get On Up for her. Doing shit like that is probably why I gotta date a lot of ugly bitches. I dated a girl, she had a fucked up tooth. We went to Fridays, this bitch bit a sandwich, it looked like the Batman symbol. Fucked up part about it is Batman actually showed up and was like, do you need something, bitch? I got a lot of problems, man. I just found out my uncle was gay, which is kind of fucked up. Because I didn't know the nigga was gay until we started playing basketball. See, what happened was, like, he was sticking me kind of tight. Like, I'm like, dude, I'm on your fucking team. I passed him the ball. He shot it. He was like, swish. Nigga came back, I'm open. I seen the nigga 3 days later gonna smack me on my ass and say good game. I was like, nigga, we lost. Shit, hold on, I gotta take a fat break. I'm getting tired. Whew, shit, I've been big all my life, man. Fucked up part about being big is I hate fat little kids, but it's fucked up because I was a fat little kid. Because when you're a fat kid, you got that fat kid voice. Like, hello? Can I have some candy? Remember the first phone number I got, it was a chick, I was like 9 years old. I called, was like, hello? Her dad was like, who the fuck is this? I'm like, heroin. He's like, how old is you? I was like, 9. Like, you ain't no fucking 9. It's like, okay, thank you for telling me. I had a lot of fat kid problems. Like, I grew up in the hood, so we was broke. We ain't had no Power Wheels. Clap if you had a Power Wheel. Like 4 motherfuckers, I feel y'all pain. I've been big, so we ain't need no fucking Power Wheel. My sister just sit on my back and turn my ear and make the noise like, why this car won't start? It's a bullshit, be giving rides to school on my back and shit. Woo-wee. It's a lot of quiet motherfuckers up here. How y'all doing? How you doing, big girl right here? I've been watching you all night. I want to hit that on low. Cause, man, you fuck a big girl. You can make love to anywhere on a big girl. You ever fuck the back of a bitch kneecap, nigga? Hit it like, bitch, you ain't never seen the chicken wing, huh? Only niggas with long dicks could do shit like that. I wear a size 18, but the big foot rule left me out. It's fucked up, man. I tried to do the chicken wing, my dick fell out, she got mad. Called her homegirl like, you ain't gonna believe this shit. Woo, shit, I've been big for a long, long time. But it's fucked up though, cause my granddaddy, he got a real big thing. Now when old men when old men get old, you gotta give him a bag, you gotta put his dick in the tub first. Nigga gonna tell me one day, like, yeah, you know, I used to knock him down, this motherfucker. But I was like, nigga, when you die, could I have it? Oh, shit. My last joke, I don't really got no closing joke. Normally, when I'm done doing my shit, I just normally just grab my drink, have another sip like this, and walk the fuck off.
Yes. Yeah, I can dance. I'm black below the waist. Oh, great. So how many of you live on the other side of wealthy? A few of you? Okay. All right, so we're gonna get the next comic out here. Very funny guy, Dave Lyzenga. He tours with the sketch comedy team, the Don't We Boys, and performs local improv here in town with Pop Scholars and River City Improv. Give it up for Dave Lyzenga.
I wake up to this music.
That shit, 'cause I ain't the one for a punk.
That's all I'm gonna do. Okay, hey everybody. Like Matt said, my name is Dave. It's short for David. It's a biblical name. It means beloved. It's not working as well as you might expect. But as you can probably tell from my general awkward demeanor, it is true. I'm a pastor's kid. Are there any other pastor's kids out there at all? Yeah, keep it to yourself. Don't tell anybody. It's social suicide. I did like to tell people when I was younger, I went to a Lutheran school and my dad's a Christian Reformed pastor. And so I'd have to have this weird conversation about transubstantiation with other fourth graders. But they also did, it's a pretty common question about what I was and wasn't allowed to do, how strict my parents were, and I had to always tell people, yes, I do want to collect Pokemon cards. No, I'm not allowed to. Pokemon evolve. It's a hard place to be when you're a sophomore in high school. You just want to foil Charizard. But my parents really, that's not a joke, I really couldn't collect them. They had really simple answers for all the things we weren't allowed to do as kids. So I'd be like, hey, Mom and Dad, can I read Harry Potter? No. Well, why not? Because wizards and witches. Oh, okay, I guess that's the whole conversation. We won't talk about Narnia. Or I'd be like, hey, Mom and Dad, can I watch Power Rangers? No. Why not? Because there's fighting. And girls fighting. Okay, Mom and Dad, can I watch Full House? No. Why not? Because they say shut up to their parents. And they have too many dads. Mom and Dad, can I watch Family Matters? No. Why not? We're not sure. Just don't think it's a good influence. The joke there is that my parents are casually racist. Which they slightly are, but I kind of can't blame them for it. I feel like they were always just sheltering us and that they were sheltered themselves growing up, and I don't think they had a lot of diverse friends. I don't think that they had met a gay person. I don't think they'd even heard a gay joke until I came home when I was 22 from college and I was like, hey, Mom and Dad, I'm gay. And like you guys, they waited for a punchline. And then I started waiting for a punchline. And then I decided, hey, Mom and Dad, no, I'm just gay. I'm as gay as it gets. It turns out that's just regular gay. If this is anyone's joke, it's God's joke on my conservative family. If God's a DJ, the record just scratched. But just to give you a little more context, my sister was in a group called Pro-Life, Straight Pride, Conservative Republican, Any Questions? And the only question I have is, what does a straight pride parade look like? Because I hate to tell her, but I'm sure it's pretty gay. So another thing, my mom, I do want to just give them a little credit because they really have come a long way since then. That was 4 years ago, and they've gotten way better. And you've heard it a lot, but things do get better. They get so much better, they get boring. My mom used to be kind of intimidated by the fact that I have a boyfriend. Now she calls him when the internet's down. She went from technically supporting us to using him as technical support. So I have to hear their conversation too. My mom will be like, hey, the internet just not working. We can't get to Google. And he'll be like, okay, well, did you try checking the router? Maybe reset it? She's like, honey, do we have a router? I don't think we have a router. Is that a gay thing? No, it's not a gay thing. It's it's a device. Anyway, there's an Ethernet port to it. I don't think we have one of those either. It sounds gay. No. It's just kind of like a thicker telephone cord. It's got a male-to-male port. Okay, it's a little gay. I'm gonna give you, knowing that my mom turns out okay, I'm gonna tell you one little thing about when I came out to her. So I did it in a Panera Bread. It wasn't that busy, but there was a girl sitting right next to us working on a paper of some sort. Don't know why she never moved. Got really emotional. But anyway, so I'm talking to my mom, and I was like, yeah, Mom, I'm gay. And she had kind of had a day or two to process it so far. And she came to me, and she had some really specific instructions, like, you should be celibate your whole life. And I know this for sure for a fact. And so I just kind of was listening to her for a while, and at one point, I was like, Mom, I don't think we have exactly the same worldview on where my life is going. And she's like, well, if I can just tell you one thing, I just don't feed the beast. Excuse me? And then my mom leaned in really close, but didn't lower her voice at all, and just said, masturbating. And the girl who's working on her paper next to me and I share the most meaningful look I've ever had with a woman. And then so I told my mom, I'm in college, I'm 22, so I was like, hey Mom, I don't think that's a healthy thing to do, I read some papers, you should kind of get some release in your life. And so I don't know if I can abide by that rule. And she's like, if it's really a health issue, I want you to know that Jesus will take care of that in wet dreams. Not a joke. I'm not making this up. This is verbatim. And in French, there's a phrase that basically translates to staircase wit. It means the thing you should have thought of at the time, but you don't think until you're leaving on the staircase. So at that moment, I wish I had the staircase wit to tell her what I thought of later. I instead said nothing. What I wish I had said was, when my mom gave me, David, Jesus will take care of that in wet dreams. I wish I had said, well, Mom, if Jesus is sending me my wet dreams, he seems to know what I'm into. All right, I'm Dave. Thank you guys very much.
One more time for Dave Lyzenga. I'm never going to Panera with Dave again. I'll take a bread bowl. All right, the next comic, let's get him out here right away. He just came back from Laughfest Best. Very funny guy. Please welcome DK Hamilton.
Early to rise, early in the sack. Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, a simple kind of life never did me no harm. Raising me a family and working on the farm. Days are all filled with an easy cup of charm. Thank God I'm a...
That was horrible. I don't know. Who thought that up? I don't know what that was. So, how we doing tonight? Having a good time? It's supposed to be 50-50 crowd. I think we're a 50 short. I think fell a little short in our diversity goal in the audience, didn't we? That's all right. You guys have a good Black History Month? It just seems to go by so quickly every year, doesn't it? I always like it because there's always some guy that says, why is there no White History Month? And I said, absolutely. If there was only a time when we could learn about the achievements of white Americans, if we could somehow put that in the textbooks, that would be really nice. At least you guys made the textbooks. Even in Black History Month, we just got our stuff on flyers. They just passed out. It's like we got to pass out the Black History word search. I think that covers it for this month. It's not even like we got the whole month. You guys snuck in President's Day. And I said that like you guys were responsible. I can't hold an entire race responsible for the actions of a single person, but that's how Black people feel about Flavor Flav, so that's... That's what happens. Yeah, President's Day right in the middle of Black History Month. Well, that is messed up. Okay, I know we got to take a break in Black History Month. We got 43 white guys to talk about now, but we'll get back to learning how Martin Luther King invented the peanut later. Don't worry about it. It's good, though. Glad people came out, People are a little uptight about race, very uptight. I was watching the night the election returns came in. They were trying to explain how Obama won his second term, and one of the commentators said 89% of Romney voters were white, and we don't have enough white people left anymore. I didn't know there was a shortage of white people. You guys might want to check out the Wealthy Theater. There's some that you didn't count. I know they're there. I was like, really? I mean, they made it seem like you guys were Furbies. It's just like, we don't know. We can't keep them in stock anymore. That's what. And I'm thinking, this can't be true, because somebody has to be buying those Taylor Swift albums. But I know people are uptight. People are uptight about the changing demographics in the country. I have a solution. If you're a little uptight about the browning of the country. This goes out to the white guys in the audience. You're going to have to start taking your big women back. I think that's one. Well, it was funny when you pushed them off on the black guys and the Mexicans, wasn't it? Yeah. Your shallowness has cost you generations of voters that way. I don't know. Whenever I see a big white woman admired, there's always a little beige kid around her somewhere. That's what happens. Now I know we're supposed to have black comic, white comic, black comic. Not exactly sure which one I'm supposed to represent because I've been told that I don't sound black. I don't even know what that means, that I don't sound black. There are hundreds of millions of black people in the world. Surely I must sound like at least one other, I think. But I got that all the time growing up. And my friends would tease me, like, D, the way you speak, you don't care about sports, you do well in school. What are you, trying to be white? I said, no, I'm not trying to be white. I'm trying to be Asian. Try to set my goals a little higher is what I'm saying. But yeah, never been with a big woman. No, I know that breaks the stereotype. Never been with a big woman, but I really want to. I do. It's on my bucket list before I die. I think I do. And wait, there are a lot of sexy big women out there. I know the media gets it all twisted around. There are a lot of sexy larger women out there, but I want to because I don't think any guy knows how proficient he is as a lover until he's been with a bigger woman, I think. Because when you're with the smaller woman, there's a lot of stuff you can do in the bedroom, right, to give the illusion that you're really putting in a lot of work. You can pick her up, you can twirl her around, and throw a leg over your shoulder, right? With a bigger woman, you really have to adjust the game plan a little bit, I think. It's you got to put a lot of thought behind it, is what I'm saying, Kind of like if you were planning to move a couch up a flight of steps, you got to... Remember, bend with the knees, not with the back. I'm glad we could talk about this, though. A lot of people get bent out of shape. I do a lot of shows all throughout the Midwest. I was up in the UP a couple of weeks ago doing a show up in Sault Ste. Marie. You got somebody from the UP here? Is that what? I wish you had warned me about the UP, sir. Would have been nice if you had told me I was the first black guy up there since the Underground Railroad. That would have been nice to know. But a guy waited for me after the show. He was upset. I was like, well, why are you mad? He said, I didn't like what you said during your show. I said, what did I say? He said, you were talking about Obama, and you said he was black. Yeah. Say he's not black. You have to explain that to me. Well, his mother's white. He's half white. Why don't we say he's a half white president? And I said, well, sir, that's not how we handle race in this country, okay? If you're biracial, you're considered to be whatever someone would put on a police report. No one has ever said, oh my God, officer, a half white man broke into my house. Anyway, I'm DK Hamilton. Thank you guys for coming out.
Yeah, give it up for Barack Obama, little brother. The next comedian, shit, I don't know what to say about him. He's white, kinda lanky, big ears. It's pretty much it. He got on a flannel. I ain't know people still wear flannels, but give it up for Mark Sterenberg.
You are now about to
Matt
witness the
Sterenberg.
street knowledge.
I told him he could say whatever he wants, but just get my name right, big baby. It's Matt Sterenberg. How's everybody doing tonight? Who cares? Who cares? Guys, I want to start off by saying that I'm not racist, okay? But I do have a lot of white pride, okay? So much pride that I think we're better than every other race. Okay? I actually went to a white pride parade last summer. It was the East Grand Rapids 4th of July parade. Yeah. Yeah, we celebrated. East Grand Rapids is 97% white. You're a minority if you've seen a black person. That's crazy. And the other 3% are just the adopted kids, right? Isn't that what it is? And I think if black people started adopting white kids, we'd all freak out. We'd be like, whoa, okay, who's in control here? Can we talk about this for a second? Yeah, but no, I'm white. I'm very white, or as my mother calls it, fair-skinned. So yeah, and I read a study the other day that basically said that sunscreen also causes skin cancer. So if shade causes skin cancer, I'm really in trouble. I don't know what else I'm gonna do. Wear a long sleeve t-shirt and hope that that doesn't cause it as well. What else is new? Oh, I recently started dating someone. Yeah, and more recently stopped dating someone. So yeah, sorry about that. But it's okay, because girls are crazy. Well, yeah, right. Some girls are crazy. Okay, some girls are crazy. Like after one of these shows, I was talking to a girl and she was like, hey, you're very funny. I was like, thank you very much. She's like, so are you married? I'm like, no, not married. Are you dating anyone? No, I'm not dating anyone. So you're single? I was like, yeah, I'm single. She's like, so do you want to go out sometime? I was like, sure. She's like, sorry, I have a boyfriend. Why? Why are we doing this to each other? And I was like, why did you do that? And she's like, sorry, I forgot. A boyfriend's kind of like a gun underneath a pillow. If you forget, you shouldn't have one. You know, it's like, I don't know how you forget that type of thing. But it's good, it's good. My last girlfriend, she liked to dirty talk a little bit, but it was like the whitest dirty talk ever. She was like, I want to take off my cardigan so bad. Yeah, which is fine. I could deal with that, but when she told me to take off her monocle, I was like, I can't do this anymore. And yes, she dressed like a planter's peanut. So, yeah. And this one other girl I dated, we kissed kind of early, and she was like, wait, Matt, stop. Matt, hold on, stop. I don't even know your brother's names yet. Micah and Jared, can we get on with this? And if I tell you my grandparents are Roland and Eunice, how far can we take this? How about that? No, but I'm single now, so I'm starting to work out a little bit. Anyone hear of P90X? Anyone hear that? A few people have done it. Okay, it's based on muscle confusion, and it totally worked on me because after the first workout, my muscles were like, "Why are we doing this?" So that's good. Yeah. So Facebook statuses, kind of annoying, get on my nerves a little bit. The worst ones are like the passive-aggressive ones. That's like, rough day, don't ask. Well, then don't tell me about it. And the other day, I saw the happiest, saddest status update, okay? It was happy to the person who wrote it, but everyone else thought it was really sad. It said, I have the best therapist ever. Yeah. Yeah, that's like saying, just got a promotion at Taco Bell. Or going to the beach when I get out of prison. Or hanging out with my best friend Toby, and then Toby's tagged, and you click on Toby, and Toby's a dog, and she had created a Facebook account for her dog Toby. Yeah, it didn't really happen. I don't know what to tell you guys. So I was naked last week. A few applauses, all right. No, I wasn't asking for it. But I was like more naked than being totally naked. And the only time you can be more naked than totally naked is if you're completely naked, but you have your shoes on. You're like, why did I do it in this order? Because like the only time that should happen is if you like sleep with the mayor's wife and you need to like run out of the door or something. That's like the only time it should happen. Okay, one last thing for you guys. So I like to mess with people a little bit. I like to play games. So this is one I like to play quite often. Go up to a complete stranger and say, pretend like you don't know me. And when they go, do I know you? Go, you're doing it perfect. Thank you, everybody.
Crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube. From the gang called niggas with attitudes. When I'm called off, I got a sawed off. Squeeze the trigger and bodies are hard.
Give it up for Kenny with the hood off. The next comic, hold on, I gotta get my voice right for this. Oh my gosh, the next comic is he won the last Laker standing at Grand Valley, and he's only 20 years old. Jacob Guajardo.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog, you're crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Well, you ain't nothing but a rabbit.
Hi, everybody. How are you tonight? Good. It's actually, my name is Jacob Guajardo. It's actually pronounced gay hard-on, but that's like embarrassing, so I just go by Jacob Guajardo. I'd like to start out by just like clearing the air, because I know as soon as I'm done, people are gonna like walk out and be like, is he? Isn't he? And like, yeah, I am. My parents weren't happy about it when I told them, but I am. I'm half Mexican, so it's been really hard. Wasn't an easy choice to make. Just kidding, I'm gay. That's the joke there. You guys have heard about like the Princess and the Frog, right? It's a prince. Well, you don't have to woo it. It's a prince who is he's trapped in a frog's body. And I often tell people that's how I feel, that I'm a 40-year-old woman trapped inside a gay man's body. And so as a 40-year-old woman, I have a lot of, there's a standard of beauty that we have to live up to, right? And it's, difficult. Men can just, roll out of bed and, put on a pair of sweats and a backwards hat and, go out. If I do that, people are going to be like, look at that lazy gay. Didn't do his hair. What is he thinking? There's a crazy standard of beauty. You have to do crazy things to live up to it. I know because I've tried them. I've Googled how much it would cost to buy a tapeworm. I feel like I'm one really good tapeworm away from having a really hot bikini body. Don't you think? My grandma had a tapeworm. Some people have all the luck and just, it's not fair. I lived with my grandparents for a little while, and you don't realize how similar they are to people my age until you live with them. My grandpa, he never showers and he smells bad all the time. And he listens to the TV at level 60 and I'm like, Grandpa, turn it down. And he's like, fuck you, I don't have to listen to you. And then he drives off for 2 hours and I'm not that worried because he doesn't drive that fast. But it'd be nice if he could check in every once in a while. My grandma's just as bad. She walks around the house with no bra on. And I'm like, Grandma, put a bra on. And she's like, oh my God, I didn't know you could see. I'm sorry. And I'm like, yeah, you just want the attention. I know how it is. She gets really mad when her friends don't call her back. She's like, did they do something wrong? Are they mad at me? I'm like, Grandma, they're probably dead. Didn't Arlene say she was having chest pains? That's what happens. They eat a lot of junk food. and they're probably having unprotected sex. I don't condone that. That's disgusting. I'm a bad gay, you guys. I am. There's like all these stereotypes about gay people, and I just like I don't really fit a lot of them. Like I don't go to the gym. People always ask me like, "Oh, you just try to stay in shape? Do you go to the gym a lot?" I'm like, no. I actually tried once to go to the gym, and they kicked me out. I think back on it now, and it's so funny. Like, I was wearing a shirt. They said it offended some people. It said, "Sorry, ladies, I suck dick better than you." And like I think back now, and I'm like, of course they were offended. Like, nobody likes to be told they're not good at something. Like, of course. That's as good as it gets. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, there's a lot of these gay stereotypes, and there's like these offensive questions people ask me all the time. And like you wouldn't ask like a Mexican person like, how high can you jump? I can say that because I'm half Mexican. You just wouldn't. You wouldn't ask a woman like, what's your favorite kind of sandwich to make, right? So people ask me all these really offensive questions, and my favorite one is people ask me, what do your farts sound like? I'm like, that's a curious question. Like the first time I was like, oh, that's cute. Like they probably are expecting like flutes or like harps, maybe glitter. But no, they ask that and then they go, does it sound like this? So basically they think my asshole is like a cave. Like they filmed the movie The Descent in my asshole. It's rude. It's rude. Another one I get asked a lot. People ask me, who's the man and who's the woman? I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, are you asking, do I paint my nails? Because like I used to when I was a crack whore, but I'm not a crack whore anymore. Like if you're asking, like, who makes breakfast the next morning? It's like whoever can walk. Like, whoever's ass doesn't hurt as much from a pounding. That's my time, you guys. Thanks a lot. Have a good night.
Yo, yeah. Ain't no doubt about this shit. Are you guys having fun tonight? There's a lot of white people up in here. I am nervous as hell. Shoot. I have to watch my back, you know what I'm saying? Them hoods be like, shoot. Anyways, the next motherfucker performs all around the country in a sketch comedy show called the Don't We Give a Fuck Boys. No, I'm just playing. The Don't We Boys, and they started doing stand-up when he was 18. Give it up for Joe Anderson!
All right, hey everybody. Nice. I grew up crazy poor, and now I'm just regular poor. But it's interesting, when you grow up crazy poor, I think maybe just when you're like a kid, if you're in middle school and high school, when you listen to the radio and you'd hear DJs on the radio, and you think that they were like celebrities, right? Like when you're in middle school and high school, you think people on the radio, they're like, they must make so much money. Like DJs they're stars. And then you get a little bit older and you meet someone who's a DJ on the radio, and you find out that they make like really bad money, most of them. And when people learn that, everyone's always like, really? But when people find out that comedians don't make much money, they're always like, oh, that seems about right. This is fair. I like that it's a little bit warmer. I know it's not like a ton warmer, but I like that it's a little bit warmer now. Because, you know, like when it's the dead of winter, like when it was just that bitter, awful dead of winter cold, like it's that cold where you wake up in the morning and you're like, should I get out of bed or should I just kill myself? And then you go through your whole day kind of second guessing your choice. Also, so again, I grew up poor, and but when I had friends come over, my mom would still think that even though we didn't have like good snacks, she still thought that she should like entertain, you know, and bring stuff out. But there are problems with that. Two problems. First problem is that entertaining isn't really in my mom's like gift set. And then the other problem is, again, we just didn't have the right food. And so I'd have friends come over, and my mom would just bring out what we had. So my mom would come out, and she'd put out like a bowl of jelly and a plate of uncooked hot dogs and just walk away. And then because I love my mom and don't want her to be embarrassed, I'd just be like, oh, you guys have never been to Europe? I don't smoke. I don't really drink. I don't do any drugs because drugs are bad. I know there's people here that disagree, but for the purposes of this, drugs are bad. But I have figured out the good thing about meth is that at least meth kills. I know, there's always a couple people I hear, like a couple, oh, you know, they're like, oh, come on, ooh, you know, because they've got a meth head in their family. But wouldn't it be nice if you didn't? That's all I'm saying. So this is great. I'm so glad you guys are all out here. You know, big hand for all the comics so far. We got a few more coming. Yeah. You know, it's a great kind of like social experiment, stand-up comedy show. And the thing is, though, we got to remember, like, you know, like fixing whatever it is, racism or anything else, like, we're not going to do it, you know, it's not going to happen just like that. It's not going to happen by just like being politically correct. Okay, because I got a white friend and he's so afraid people are going to think he's racist, like he won't say nickel. He just calls them half dimes. And he's done. But seriously, I mean, you gotta, but people, I think they overreact, you know? So like, people really get weirded, you know, if you say like, oh yeah, that guy kind of looks like that other guy. Like people, that freaks people out because they're like, oh, we don't all look the same. But within each of our earth tones, there are similarities. Like we don't look the same, but like we're covered in mostly skin. If that skin's the same color as a bunch of other people, there's gonna be similarities. We're not gonna look the same, but there's gonna be my proof. Here's my proof. Scientists say every snowflake is different. Every single snowflake is unique. But you put 10 in a row, they pretty much look the same. So the fact is, what we gotta realize is that, you know, we're not gonna fix things by being, you know, politically correct, but we might fix things with this song. So, now a lot of times people have written poems or written songs or whatever to try to, you know, end hunger or end wars or whatever. But I think the problem is a lot of times people don't know that they're listening to a song that should affect them. And so that's why I call this song the important song. And then we're all on the same page right now. Like we're about to be impacted, okay? Because, you know, whether you're, you know, Hindu, Muslim, Jew, Christian, whatever, the fact is, again, being politically correct, that's not going to fix it, but this song might. If Hindus and Muslims and Jews and Christians would all just get along, and people keep trying, but people keep dying, so I thought I'd better write this song and fix everything. I'm about to fix everything. If Hindus and Muslims and Jews and Christians would all sing this song as one, then the Hindus and Muslims and Jews and Christians would all start having fun. They'd find harmony through harmony. But how many songs must I write before they all agree not to fight? My fingers are sore from this holy war and I'm doing all that I can. But how many songs must I write so Some folks give money, some folks give blood. I give this magical tune. And I know once you hear it, you'll just have to share it. And you'll all be singing it soon. 'Cause it's catchy. And it'll get stuck in your head. And those Hindus and Muslims and Jews and Christians, well, they've all got heads just like you. And with magical luck, in their heads it'll be stuck. And then they'll all be singing it too. It'll be world peace. Or at least a whole bunch of people sing the same song. But how much more must I do? The first verse seemed like the best till you heard number 2. Yes, I've blown you away with what I've got to say, and I've comforted you with my tune. But how much more must I do? If one Hindu, one Muslim, one Jew, and one Christian all walked into a bar, the Christian would baptize the Hindu with curry, and the Jew would sue the Muslim because he blew up his car. Whoa, I know. I didn't see it come. Whoa. Those are stereotypes. And that's wrong. Well, in a perfect world, if 4 people entered a tavern, each of different religion, well, in no time at all, they'd be having a ball, openly sharing their opinions. There'd be understanding, because they'd be drunk. And actually, not the Muslim, because according to the Quran, they're not supposed to drink alcohol. But I do think that the Muslim would still have like a glass full of like apple juice, you know, because he's tired of people saying, "Are you gonna drink?" He's like, "Yeah, I got a beer." If Hindus and Muslims and Jews and Christians would all just get along, and people keep trying, but people keep dying, so I thought I'd better write this song and fix everything. I fixed everything. Thanks so much, you guys have been great.
Give it up one more time for Joe Anderson. I'm so glad he's here to fix the world with that song. Thank you, Joe. All right, this next comic, he's one of the few comics to get a standing ovation at the world-famous Apollo Theater in New York City, right here from Grand Rapids. Please welcome Dave Jones.
Cut it. Wealthy theater, make some noise. Okay, this is the 50-50 show. It's too dark for me to see, but I'm thinking it's more 80-20, because I see a lot of white people here. You can make some noise. It's not, because it's not white power. It's more white pride. You can have pride in yourself. I have all my black people here. Make some noise. And that tells me everything. That tells me there's just three raisins in a rice basket right now. I just lost 80 pounds. You guys should clap for me. Like me and Big Baby, we was twins. But I said, no, I can't do it anymore. It was too uncomfortable. I knew I was too big because I sat down and my nipples was in my belly button, and I was like, you know what? I need to do it. And it's messed up. When you lose that much weight, you think your compliments will get better, but they don't get any better. Like people will come up to me, hey, Dave, wow, look at you, Dave. Hey, are those collarbones? I'm like, I've been had these. No, you just got those wrists. Those knuckles are new. But there's nothing wrong with being big. I just think society wants you to think there's something wrong with being big. Like, I love big women. Big girls, make some noise. Are you out there? Wait a minute. Because I saw you guys walk in, and there's a few more of you out there. Have pride in what you can't hide. That's my motto. But no, there's nothing wrong with being big, because I like big girls. Like, there's things you can do with big women you just can't do with skinny girls. Like with big girls, you can hit her from the back and still suck on her breast at the same time. Who doesn't love that? But then there's things big girls you can't do that skinny girls just can. Like big girls. Some of you guys decided to put a tattoo on your lower back. That's not for you guys. No, because I knew this girl, she was big, she was sexy, and she decided to have a butterfly on her back. It looked more like a pterodactyl. It didn't look like a butterfly. And then, not only that, she had stretch marks coming up her back. Have you ever saw a butterfly caught in a spider's web? Because that's what it looked like. And then, she got on the dance floor and started dancing. Have you ever saw the butterfly try to get out the spider web a little bit? You see it fight. I start noticing there's a difference too when I start losing weight. There's a difference on how you do things. You ever notice how people take their jacket off in different weight classes? Like you ever see a skinny guy take their jacket off in one swipe, this is off. Skinny guys. But diesel guys with a lot of muscles, you ever notice they like peel their jackets off like so you can see each muscle? Yeah, I was telling Mike that I'll meet him at the gym. Fitness 19 card, I got a free membership for a month. But fat people, I would take our jacket off. Be like, oh yeah, I'm ready. I like that we did this 50-50. I love growing up in Grand Rapids. I'm from Grand Rapids. Anybody from, born and raised? Awesome. Things has changed on this block, I'll tell you that. There's a lot of you around more here. I've noticed the neighborhood has changed. Like, there goes the neighborhood. There's a bank on the corner. Like, what? And y'all not scared to go to that ATM. I'm scared to go to that ATM. I'm like, these niggas ain't about to get me. Inside. It's true. Because growing up in Grand Rapids, no matter what, if you want to avoid us, you can't. If we want to avoid y'all, we can't. You have to work. We're going to have to. So I feel like, but people think like racism is dead. I don't really think it's dead. I just think it's kind of hidden a little more. Let me tell you guys a story. I'm not going to tell y'all what restaurant it is, but it's here in Grand Rapids, and I'm just gonna let y'all know what happened. This is how I know racism is alive. I remember I was at a restaurant, I walked in. Well, actually, these two white guys walked in, and like half a second later, I walked in. They sat down. Half a second later, I sat down. But the waitress thought I was there first, so she came and served me first. I took my order, sent it back. I heard the two white guys say, I can't believe she served that nigger first. I bet he got the chicken. Wait a second. Now, when someone says something ignorant like that, it's so ignorant, it goes through one ear, out the other. I'm not really concerned about it. What I don't like is when somebody says something racist like that and they're right at the same time, because I just ordered the chicken. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I just ordered the chicken. And I knew once the chicken came out, they go high five. Yeah, man, I told you. Chicken. They love it. So this is how I know racism is alive, for real. So she came out with the chicken. I'm like, man, what I'm gonna do? So I just thought on my toes, like, bitch, I said the fish. Why'd you bring me out chicken? Didn't think it was a game. I smashed the food in her face. This is how I know racism is alive. I smashed food in her face. She went back crying. I just looked at the two white dudes and like, what you gonna do? Mexicans never get the order right, do they? Always, el fish, bitch, aqua. I got the lights, so I'm about to get out of here. Before I do, I want to shout out a group here that may not get shout out tonight, but I'm gonna shout y'all out anyway. All my masturbators make some noise. Masturbators? I masturbate. Every man in here should clap, but I don't know why you're not. I should have a roar of applause. Statistically, 99.9% of you women should clap too. But I masturbate. Like fellas, you ever masturbate so good you lose your own drawers? Like one time I had scratches on my own back. I'm like, oh, hell. I went in last night. But fellas, you gotta be careful, because you sometimes want to bring your lady into that nasty world with you. Like, you want her to experience, like, I'm nasty, this is what I like. Watch it with me. Be careful, fellas. Be careful. Like, you ever watch a porno with your girl and his dick bigger than yours? Like, I don't even want to watch this one. This is not even the one. This is not it. Okay, the Asian dudes, this is the one I want to watch. Sure. You see that? Hey, Grand Rapids, y'all been amazing. I love you. My name's comedian Dave Jones. Look me up on Facebook. You have a great night.
Woo! That's one funny nigga right there. Word, I love Dave Jones, my nigga. Hey, how you doing, big girl in the front? I brought you some popcorn. You gonna come and get it? I wrote my phone number on the bag, too. All right, are you guys having fun tonight? Hell no, y'all like, fuck this. When we going home? The next comedian, he got his start in Second City in Chicago, which is fucking crazy because he's white, and I could have sworn that Second City was on the south side of Chicago. But now you can catch him all over the Midwest. It's Mr. Ben Wilke.
About my friends, about to go and damn near went blind. Young niggas at the pad throwing up gang signs. Ran in the house and grabbed my clip with the Mac 10 on the side of my hip. Held outside.
R.I.P. Eazy-E. He went out the hard way, right? Got the HIV. It's real talk, that happened. I'm not saying it was right or wrong, that's how he died. It happened. That shit happened, I'm just talking about it. I didn't give him AIDS. He got it. Right? You don't purchase it at a store, you're out doing some nefarious shit. And you get it. Start my set off with AIDS. I like to do that. How we doing, Grand Rapids? How you guys feeling? Yeah! Wealthy theater, huh? This place is the shit. It's filled with history. A couple of years it went through as, I'm sure it was a porn theater for a while, I'm sure. Had to be. So these seats have history too. It's great. Those names on the plaques on the seats have nothing to do with donors. Well, they do. It's just a different kind of donor. None of this is anything I've written it down at all. We got dates. We got people on dates tonight. Who's on a date out there? Just 16 girls all dating each other right in the front row. Nice. We don't need men unless our roof leaks. Real talk. I'm married. I enjoy being married. I did not like dating. I hated the dating game. The dating game is bullshit. The one on TV and the one in real life. Here's why, because you can't tell if somebody's crazy, right? There's no uniform they wear. There's no uniform that says, I'm going to think you're a robber in the middle of the night and shoot you through the bathroom door 16 times. Again, you guys, I didn't do that. It happened. I'm just talking about it. It's not like I'm out on bail confessing on stage what I did. That happened. Really, was Harrison Ford the only one that thought the Blade Runner cyborgs were going to go nuts and kill people? I saw that movie. I know how it ended. I knew that guy was going to kill somebody. You can't tell, though. You can't tell somebody's crazy right away, right? They release it slowly, don't you, ladies? Slowly over time. You guys have like a date limit. It's like, okay, 15 dates in, I'm going to tell him how many cats I have. I'm going to let him know. Oh, man, I went on a date with a girl once, and we went to the movies, and after the movies, she said, you don't like me anymore. I said, what are you talking about? She said, you didn't say a word to me for the entire movie. I said, I'm going to go get the car, and I left without her because I smelled the crazy I got out of there. It's like a gas leak, y'all. If you smell it, get the hell out of the room. Don't stick around and light matches and throw it and be like, maybe shit's going to explode. Get out. Here's how you tell if somebody's crazy, all right? Guys or girls, it all works the same. One cat, normal. More than one cat, crazy as shit. Crazy as shit. Just offended half the audience, too. They're like, my cats are smart. Mr. Bojangles is reading at a 3rd grade level. I taught my cats how to use the toilet. Yeah, you taught them how to use the toilet because you can't get any humans to come over to your house. So you're training your animals to do human shit, and that's weird. That's on you. Cats don't want to poop in the toilet. They want to bury it and do this thing. Changing nature, Dr. Moreau. Knock it off. Here's what's crazier. If you walk into somebody's house and they've got a bird, get out. Don't even go in the house. That's your canary in a coal mine. You go in that house, you're going to end up like a Chilean miner. Don't go in there. Again, just things that have happened in the world. Listen, birds can fly, and these assholes have taken them and put them in cages, taking away the power of flight. How you think that relationship's going to go for you? Think you're going to be hanging out with your buddies like you used to? Free to come home whenever you want? Hell no, you're going to be in your own cage in 3 weeks, and she's going to be like, put the lotion on your skin. Put it on. Dancing in the mirror with your clothes on. Like I said, I enjoy being married. I like being married. What I don't like is when people give me marriage advice. Don't give me marriage advice. Because here's what happens every time I get marriage advice. I say, how long have you been married? And they say, I'm divorced. And that's a misrepresentation of advice. I don't want it. All right? It's essentially like the kid who gets out first in junior high dodgeball, screaming from the sidelines, catch it! Don't get hit! Throw it at the backboard so we can all come back in. It's like, shut up, Timmy, your face is a ball magnet. That's why you're out of the game. I don't want your advice, you little midget acne freak. Seriously, though, ladies, what I'm saying is marriage is a lot like dodgeball. If you don't pay attention, balls will hit you in the face. Thank you for laughing at that. My wife hates that joke. Whose balls? Your balls? They're not sneaking up on anybody, mister. You'll see those danglers coming from a mile away. You guys are making it sexual. I'm not talking about my balls. I keep dodgeballs in the house, and I just throw them at my wife random times. She'll be coming in, bringing me dinner, because it's 1920s Mad Men in my house. I don't know what this is. Bringing me dinner, and I'm just like, bam! She's like, what are you doing? And I say, don't talk, you're out. Those are the rules. You can't come back in here until somebody catches a ball. And this Tigers game just started, so it could be a while. Oh. Oh. It is. It's true. It's real talk. I'll finish up with this one. I grew up with a crazy family. Anybody got crazy families out there? Hell yeah, everybody in this crowd does. That's how you ended up at the wealthy, right? Wandering around trying to get the hell away from your family. Like this. I think I lost him around that last corner, duck into this theater. It's great. My family was nuts. My dad tried to solve everything with a baseball bat. One morning he woke me up. He said, Ben, get my duct tape, my shoebox, and my baseball bat. Meet me outside. And I said, all right, MacGyver, I like where this is going. We went outside and he proceeded to duct tape a shoebox to a beehive. And I was like, that's smart. Keep the bees in the size 7 Timberlands box. They can't get anybody. And as I was thinking this, my dad hits it with a baseball bat like a piñata and takes off running. Leaving me standing there like Macaulay Culkin at the end of My Girl. Just going, ow. Ow. He died in that movie, you guys. Listen, if you know there are bees in the piñata, don't hit the piñata, right? Now, if you're sneaking a bee-filled piñata into a kid's birthday party, that's funny as shit. Because those kids think you're getting candy and they get bees. It's just a bunch of little Chris Farleys running around. It's great. My mom was nuts too. My mom did what every mom in the world does, and you don't know it until I say it. You got sick. Your mom took care of you, right? She gave you the bowl to puke in. That was nice, wasn't it? It was. Thank you, Mom. No thank you. It's the popcorn bowl, isn't it? Screw that. I was just eating out of that. My sisters were just watching Lady and the Tramp on VHS and enjoying that popcorn, and now we're puking into it as a family. No. The people that are just now laughing are like, oh shit, it was. They were the same bowl. You catch your mom, though. You catch your mom in that lie. They all say the same thing, don't they? I washed it. I washed that bowl. I turned 14. I said to my mom, yeah, I washed my ass this morning, too, but I'm not trying to trick anybody into eating popcorn out of it, am I? That's right. You guys have been great. My name is Ben Wilke. Thank you guys for coming out.
One more time for Ben Wilke. All right, we got the last comic for the night. Thank you guys again for coming out. Give it up for the comics so far. This last comic is great. You've seen him on the Bob and Tom show, and he's performed for our troops overseas. Please give it up for Floyd Phillips.
How you guys doing tonight? Yeah, me too. My name is Floyd J. Phillips. The J stands for genius. Yeah, everybody can't be one. I was in Canada for a month and a half for the first time. You know what I found out? A lot of Canadians don't like people from the US. That's a true story. This old lady chased me down. She was like, I think you're ignorant, rude, and violent. I was like, damn, lady. Take your purse back. I don't need this trouble. I'm gonna let you know right now, in my country, we don't talk back when we get robbed. I'm not violent. You're a shitty victim. I just paid $75 to keep my cell phone on. Yeah, I hate Sprint. You notice when you owe a cell phone company money, that's when they turn your phone off? Man, if I own a cell phone company, I'd let you keep talking. But I would interrupt you. Yeah, you'd be like, yeah, baby, I'm gonna come over and pick you up, take you to the movies, and buy you some popcorn. Boop, boop. He ain't gonna buy you shit. Not until he pays his fucking phone bill. And he was talking to another girl just 10 minutes ago. Get off the phone, I want my shit. This ever happen to you when you're a little kid? Telephone at your house get turned off, so your mom put the new phone in your name? I was 9 years old with a phone. But then my mom ran it up to $50 and didn't pay it. Yeah, which meant I was in the 4th grade with shitty credit. I'd go to school, my friends would ask me for money. Hey, Floyd, you got a nickel? No, man, my mom fucked up my credit. Can I hide my big wheel in your garage so it won't get repossessed? Tried to get a phone in my name in college. They were like, nope. You still owe us money. I was like, damn, I can't get a phone because I don't have any kids. But then one day I was watching TV and I found out for 21 cents a day, I can adopt a kid and put the phone in his name. He's not using his name. He's hungry. Only reason why we grew up poor, because my mom and dad got a divorce. Which meant my mom had to raise 5 kids in the ghetto Chicago by herself. But she was smart as shit though. Because when my mom couldn't afford something, she would just lie to us. Yeah. I still remember the first time she lied to me. We're in the store. I'm like, Mom, can you buy me some cereal? You don't eat cereal anymore. Why not? Because you're lactose intolerant. That's why. I got the test back yesterday. I had 4 diseases in 1 week. But it wound up saving my life. Yeah. One day I was walking home from school by myself. Car pulls up next to me. Hey, little boy, you want some candy? No, Mr. Pedophile. I have diabetes. You want the fat kid in the red sweater. He only has asthma. Yeah, he'll be easy to catch. I bought my little niece, she's 1 year old. I bought her a CNC toy so she can learn her animal noises. You guys know that little toy, right? You pull a string, the cow goes moo. Her little 6-year-old brother gonna be like, you have one of these, you're a grown-up, huh, Uncle Floyd? So I messed with his head. I was like, nope. My mom gave me a hammer and a trip to the pet store. The cat goes, meow. The dog goes, meow. The parrot goes, anybody gonna stop this black kid with the hammer? This is bullshit. I'm calling Peter. I gotta move next week. I hate moving. Don't you hate moving? Yeah. It takes me a long ass time to move, man. Because before I can move in anywhere, I have to go door to door first. I'm always like, yeah, my name is Floyd J. Phillips. And by law, I gotta let you know I'm a registered sex offender. I'm not one, but it sure keeps my neighbor's kids off my fucking lawn. Yeah, that's right. You hit a ball in my yard, you don't come get it. Because I stand right on the porch, drinking a carton of milk with a missing kid on the side of it. He was looking for his Frisbee. Speaking of abortion, listen, I don't care if you're pro-life or pro-choice. What I don't get is pro-lifers who kill abortion doctors. Don't you find that kind of weird? Yes. I'm pro-life, and I kill abortion doctors. Because I save lives that way, pal. You want to save more lives? Help prevent the unwanted pregnancy. Yeah, that's how you do it. How does it happen? A lot of times when somebody has been drinking too much alcohol. There you go. Pro-lifers should be killing bartenders. That's how you get overserved. You can drink a lot of tequila. Man, that shit'll make you think you took home a girl look like Halle Berry. But you wake up next to buckwheat with tits. And that's fun for no one. Have you noticed this? Some of the name of these drinks make you want to go home and have sex. You go out to the bar right now, order stuff like Sex on the Beach, Slow Score Against the Wall, Fuck Me Harder and Make Me Stand in the Corner. Okay, that's my fantasy. But tell me this, ladies, would you have sex with a guy right after you bought your drink called Child Support My Ass? Followed by stretch marks on the rocks? I think my work is done here. My best friend is 38 years old, and he will not date a single mom. He won't do it. And the reason why is, he says, because he doesn't want a ready-made family. I'm like, man, you stupid. I've dated lots of single moms before. But I do admit, it is harder. Because when you break up with her, if you're a real man, you sit that kid down. And I still remember my first time, man. It was pretty tough. I had to do it. I was like, listen, little Kevin, I'm not coming around here anymore. But I want you to know, I understand why your dad left your mom. Get used to it. You can't find a new daddy because mom's a bitch. That's right, ladies, I'm sensitive. I'm very sensitive. If there's any single moms here tonight, and you didn't like that joke and was very offended by it, I was talking about you. Because think about it, all the good single moms laughed along. They're like, haha, that shit's kind of funny. But the bad single mom was sitting there going, you don't know my fucking situation. His daddy ain't shit. I smell a bitch. I apologize for nothing. Go home and clean your house. That's my favorite joke. Sometimes I tell that fucker twice. When I was in Canada, I saw some strange shit in Canada. I saw this one gay guy slap another gay guy in the face out of nowhere. He was like, bow! Get back in the car, bitch. And that guy got back in the car. I was standing there going, damn, domestic violence is the second reason I don't date men. You can get hurt. They did a study about abusive men. They found out that guys with a good education and a good job abuse their spouse less. I'm like, yeah, that's common sense. Because think about it, in the divorce, you have more to lose. Yeah, it's not right. A doctor can lose over $1 million with one hit. Now let's say you're a carny worker and you run the Tilted world. You don't have shit to lose. You hit me, I'm taking half. Well, here's your duct tape and pork rinds. Get the hell out of here, hold me back. And this joke, I could have been a doctor. I got a lesbian friend, and she boxes women. She's a boxer, she boxes women. But when she first started out, she wanted to box guys. But she came home from practice and said she couldn't find a man that was willing to hit a woman. And I was like, you need to practice at the trailer park. In this corner of the double wide, it's Larry. To train for this fight, he's been on the 3-day drinking binge. And shit, it's 7 o'clock, and she don't have his fish sticks or tater tots done. So let's let the fight begin. I'm gonna tell you one time, girl, you better put down my damn swamp buggy racing trophy. I'm gonna put it in your head, motherfucker. This event has been brought to you by Crystal Meth. If you got the tub, we got the product. But in all seriousness, though, ladies, in all seriousness, if a man lays one hand on you, one, that's the time to leave his ass. Yeah. And I'm not being naive. Wait till he goes to sleep. Or help his ass go to sleep. Yeah, put some sleeping pills in his beer. When he passes out, tie his ass to the bed. And before you leave, go in the kitchen and come back with a hot skillet and fuck his ass up. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, beat his ass so bad, even Ike Turner and Chris Brown be like, hey, he's had enough. Ladies, every last one of you are queens, every last one of you. You do not have to walk around with some guy that's going to smack you in your face. Leave him. Then you should go out with a guy that's going to always look up to you. That's right. Date a midget. Let it be your new slogan. Don't get hit, date a midget. It cuts the beatings in half. He could be a mean midget, he's still a midget. What are he gonna do to you? I'm gonna kick your ass. You better go get a pole vault. You can't cook, so you can't ride a roller coaster. I don't make the rules. I read this article about this gay guy. The gay guy right now, he's 67 years old. But when he was 13, he told his dad he was gay. He knew at 13 years old he was gay. But his dad flipped out. Then he took his son to go see a psychiatrist who gave him shock therapy so he wouldn't be gay anymore. Yeah, but it didn't work. And I'm glad it didn't. Because if it did, that would mean electricity could change your sexual choice. Think about that shit. There's a lightning storm. Your girlfriend sing out to get a loaf of bread. But you come back with Derek. You just walking along. I'm singing in the rain. Just sing it in the rain. Jazz hands. A lot of people still don't want gays in the military. And that's fine if that's your opinion. You're American. You're entitled to that. But I hate it when people say stupid shit behind it. I was on the bus one day. This guy was like, we don't need gays in the military. We didn't have them in the past. We don't need them in the future. I'm like, man, we've always had gays in the military. We just didn't know they were gay. Yeah, like Paul Revere. Maybe he was gay. Maybe he was like, the British are coming, and that's my fault. What, too soon? Too soon? Some of these jokes I like to stick. Nah, man, I don't have any kids. I don't believe in them. They'll let you down. Ask my mom, she'll tell you. See, I don't want any kids because I don't want a fucked up kid, you know what I mean? You see people walk around with fucked up kids, come on now. Kid's gonna be bad, they're gonna rob a gas station when he grows up or some shit like that. I don't want a kid like that. But you know, over in England, they're cloning sheep. Did you know they cloned the sheep over in England? They took DNA from one sheep, made another sheep look just like them, can't even tell them apart. When that technology comes out for human, then I'll have a kid. Because think about it, that kid's cursing me out in Walmart, fuck you, daddy, fuck you. All I gotta do is bend over with a Petri dish and a syringe and be like, hey, we can start this shit over. The cool thing about it, when I get home, I don't have to take the pictures down. It don't mess with the kid, though. He's looking at the pictures. I've been to Disney World. Twice, number 7. Nah. I'm going to tell this joke and I'm going to get out of here. You can hit me on Floyd J. Phillips. You can Google it, and my website or Facebook, Floyd J. Phillips, and I'll let you know when I'm performing around town here. Please give it up for the people that put this on for us and all other comics you just saw tonight. Next week will be my 10-year anniversary for my kidney transplant. That's a true story. Got a kidney transplant. Thank you. And I waited 2 years on the kidney transplant to get it. But my friends were more worried about it than me. Every time I see my friends, they'd be like, hey, Floyd, you get that kidney transplant yet, man? I'm like, no, man. Somebody has to die in order for me to live. My one buddy was like, can't you speed that up? Like, what you want me to do? Start answering phones down at the suicide hotline? I'm on the bridge, I'm gonna jump off and kill myself. Oh yeah? What's your blood type? Man, you wanna jump from a bridge. What you wanna do is go home and kill yourself in a tub filled with ice. That way your family has closure and I can pee them. It's a sick joke, but I was sick when I fucking wrote it, so. I'm Floyd J. Phillips. Thanks for coming out, you guys.
All right, give it up for all the comics.
Floyd J. Phillips, everybody.
Let's bring them all out here.
We are all the comics. Yeah. Ben Wilke. Wave. Dave Jones. Jake Guajardo. I forgot this dude's name.
Dave Lyzenga.
Floyd J. Phillips. DK Hamilton. Joe Anderson. Matt Sterenberg. I'm Joseph Big Baby Miles. We had a good time. Hey, I could do this all day.
Thanks to Aaron Wilson and Wealthy Theater. We appreciate it.
Did you get that package? The big girl slayer, y'all.